Hello. Howdy. Hope the rain noise isn't too loud. I'm just under the umbrella. I'm sitting in the rainforest. Social distancing for a bit. If you'd like to pop in and say hello and ask a few questions, feel free to do so. May have to turn the camera a bit though. My other hand isn't free. There we go. Hello, Anna. I'll just switch my hands, sorry. There we go. And hello, Queen. And hello, Sonka. How you doing? Oh, and Kat, and Nicolas, and Mario Bowser. Hello, Theodore. Ah, Gria. That's Nathan. How you doing, man? Hey, you getting rain where you are, man? Hey, notice me, says that rat. What's your opinion on Bob's Burgers Season 10? That's from Robertson. I think Bob's Burgers has gotten better as the seasons have gone on. There is still the cringe humor is a bit much sometimes, and I get a bit tired of that. I don't know, I don't like that extra character they have who kind of does their repairs and stuff and hangs around their place, but I love all the characters, most of the characters in the show. Yeah, but so far I'm really enjoying it. I think some of the fiascos Bob get into, I particularly like that one where he's in the camping store and has to stay overnight, and there's that other guy there. Anyway, hello, how are you today from Nico? Oh, I'm quite alright, thanks Nico. I'm just a bit tired today and just finishing off crunch time on the latest video. Worst and best Squidward episodes. Everyone's been really helpful with that one. Great work. And I've just got to piece it all together now, make sure everything's looking right, put the thumbnail together and just get the time right. And obviously I won't release it now because, you know, it's like 4 a.m. where you guys are and you guys are just here because you're wonderful. Yeah, 3 a.m. Yeah. So obviously I'll probably release it in about 12 hours, maybe 24. See how we go. Do you like Metarunner on YouTube? That's from Lewis. Yeah, Metarunner's okay. I mostly have an interest in it because Robin's in it, but I think it really meets its demographic of I'd say probably 12 to 16, 12 to 18, and that audience that's kind of into sword art online and the digital worlds and that sort of thing. It was what I wrote my first novel on, actually, that sort of world. But it's executed well, you know, and I really like the actors behind it. I like the actors behind it, not necessarily the producers, but the actors. So yeah, no, it's quite all right. Hello, Bush Strider. No way, that's insane. Yeah, I'm out in the bush a lot. 3:01 p.m. from Perth. Oh, nice to see another Australian person. It's probably what we've probably got a few more Australian. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Animaniacs on Hulu. I mentioned it in my tweet, and it's like actually they quoted in an episode. It's not funny ha-ha necessarily, but it's funny ho-ho, you know. I thought, you know, it's good jokes from what I saw. You know, I had no problem with it. If it's Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, the original voice actors, a lot of us will enjoy it just for the nostalgia factor. So, quite all right. I'm going to switch hands if I can. Just let me put this down and get wet for a second. Ah, one sec. I'm getting wet. There we go. Oh, no, now my hand's in the way. Sorry. There we go. All right. Hello, Strider. Give us an umbrella twirl. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I love twirling and juggling. Anyway. Thank you, Cadpig. Phantom, do you waterbending? I'm apparently an airbender. I don't follow signs or anything like that. You know, I'm a man of science, but a good friend of mine says I'm as an Aquarius, I'm an airbender, so which is into sort of balance and freedom and that sort of thing. It all actually that she mentioned was quite apt to describe me, but anyway. Who do we have there? Oh, hello, Blue Boy. I had fun cosplaying as Deku from MHA today. Oh, good on you. What's up, Strider? Hello, Mr. Shiflet. Oh, thank you for the donation, Ultra Levi. Appreciate it. Not really doing much, but let me know if you have any questions. Oh, Firebender. Have you gotten 3D Mario All-Stars? I would have probably got it if they'd introduced the the DS version of Mario, Super Mario 64, because I was like, that was way better. Even though you started as Yoshi, like, you were able to play as Luigi, Mario, or Yoshi, and the graphics were better. They fixed up a lot of the stuff, but apparently speedrunners want the 64 version, so it's part of why they got it, apparently. Life's alright, thanks, Queen Studio. As I mentioned, just a bit tired today, but I'm looking forward to getting a new video out. It's been far too long. I just wish I could work faster sometimes. You know, everyone has kind of their limits in how much they can work before they start to get stressed and stuff, and I see other YouTubers who can work so fast, and I'm so slow at working by comparison to some others, and you know, it's frustrating at times because it feels like I'm working hard, but I work so slow. But I'm meticulous and I try to get things right and, you know, make sure everything's looking good. But anyway, enough about that. Oh, thank you very much for the donation, Meep Meep. How do you feel about Dumb Ways to Die? Do you feel like it was an effective PSA in Australia? Oh, that one. Is that the public service one where that shows all the people being hit by cars and stuff and that sort of thing? Because they show that all over the world. That was quite effective. Honestly, the most effective PSA I've seen was actually a social one where whenever someone does a hoon thing, I'm gonna have to get my, so you can see my hand for this, whenever you have a friend who's being a hoon, like they do this, and the other people in the car, and everyone laughs, and it was so effective. And it was like one of those things I was like, oh, I wish they continued that, because it really lowered the amount of hoons by having that social effect. Anyway, I'm probably boring the crap out of you guys, so let's, yeah, I do think that was quite effective from what I've seen. Do you have a Discord server? Yes, I do, Raki. Oh geez, I should have posted it by now in the YouTube links. It's on my Pokemon video if you look in the description if you are looking for the Discord server. But yes, I do have a Discord server and I'm on there every Saturday, almost every Saturday. Generally I'm on every Saturday on the voice chat. We just play, I don't know, Among Us or something like that, whatever. Or sometimes, but this Saturday we just talked, but yeah. Oh dear, that was good. Do you have another source of income? No, mainly I just come from YouTube. I used to do servo shifts and that sort of thing, and I used to study psychology and that sort of thing. But at the moment, that's my main source of income, and I'm very privileged to have that. A little bit from Patreon as well, which it's certainly not my primary source, but I'm very grateful for it because it helps me pay my team and pay them more generously and make sure I'm making them able to, you know, pay for their time and stuff, you know, because they're such talented people. I've also hired on an artist who is really helpful, so yeah, I'm very privileged with that way. You're my favorite YouTuber, man, says Peter. Hello, Pete. I love watching your videos every night. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you, Pete. I appreciate that, you know. I've just been watching a bit more light stuff, too, lately, you know, just tuning in from a bit of my friend Dennis and his creepypasta videos, that sort of thing. I just need some light stuff lately. There's so much going on in the world. And for those in America, thank you in advance for voting and for finding the time. I really appreciate it because Australia's affected by your country as well and who you vote in. So thank you. Enough of that. Don't worry. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I love you. You're really great. Chat, be nice. Oh, I think they're all being all right, Medicine Monday. You keep an eye on me better. Oh, thank you, Sonka. Oh, I love you too. I have a question. What's that, Disney girl? Are you excited for Age of Calamity? I haven't heard of that. Care from LA. Oh, thanks. That was from Blue Raccoon. Will Darkstrider return on Halloween? Dark and Corrupt I was planning to have back in on Halloween, but the Dark videos haven't gone. I'm just switching hands. One sec. The Dark videos haven't seemed to interest subscribers very much this last few months, so I'm backtracking and think I may just focus on things like worst PBS, and I'm doing worst and best Squidward SpongeBob episodes, which I'm really looking forward to. That's been really fun to put together. It was a script I wrote myself because I was just like, this one I write all the scripts, like a good portion of them, but some of it is done nowadays by my script editor, Rhythm Rev. But this one I was just like, nah, this is totally on board with what I want to look at. Yep, see you later, Medicine. Worst Avatar Last Airbender character. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh. I can think of Legend of Korra's worst characters. Mako is just boring as in. Just so boring. Ooh, what's that? Oh, it's just a home. Have you seen the trailer for... Oh, it's Cohen. Is that... No, wait, no, it's Zeus. Hello, Zeus. What's your personal hatred cartoon? Oh, there's a few of them. Look at my worst cartoons and worst cartoon episodes. But I certainly don't hate Family Guy. I like a few episodes and a few bits and pieces, but there's certainly a lot of garbage in there too. Have you seen the trailer for the new Disney film Raya and the Last Dragon? I've been hearing snippets about it, Cadpig, but I haven't really seen much of it yet. It says, hey Phantom, straight maybe you to the 6 best castle cartoons starting with R. What? What do you mean, PJ? I didn't quite understand that question, sorry. I have watched for years, but never... Oh, thank you, Gigi, I appreciate that. Welcome to the chat. Hey, have you ever seen Attack on Titan? I saw the first episode, Ambler, but certainly never got into it as much as Robin. I was just coming out of my anime phase when it came out, so it wasn't... Guten Tag to you too, Black Operations. Ich bin ein Hotdog. Or Ich bin ein Strider. Are you a fan of the Pixar film Coco? Yeah, I consider it one of the better Pixar films. There was, mostly I appreciated the colors and the creativity in it, and seeing that sort of Land of the Dead design and the creative way they put together a morbid subject and put it into something a little bit more digestible, which I thought was really cool. I don't know. Caught your live streams before. What are your opinions on the Spider-Man cartoons? Well, you know, I just watched Spider-Man Homecoming the other day. I enjoyed the original. I've always found the original Spider-Man movies with Tobey a little bit cheesy, obviously. I guess that's part of the appeal, but I certainly didn't watch the Sony ones, didn't interest me at all. But the Marvel ones I've really enjoyed. I want to see Spider-Man Far From Home, but I cannot find a source to stream it on. The original Spider-Man, for some reason, is on Netflix rather than Disney Plus. Spider-Man Homecoming. And yeah, I really want to see how that fans out, but it hasn't come out yet. Anyway, bye Phantom, I'm going to watch your videos. Oh, thank you, Theodore, appreciate it. Oh, appreciate the support. Marvel or DC? I'm definitely more a Marvel person. And I'm switching hands again because I am getting a sore arm. There we go. I'll do another twirl. I'm singing in the rain, and my hand is in the way. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Now that I've lost a few people, I will stop twirling. Alright, there we go. It's 2 AM for me, I'm so tired. Oh, I can imagine, hi. It's, yeah, a bit late. That's when I start to get tired too. Let's see, you move so fast. I will stay here until the end of the stream. Aw, Sonky, you don't have to do that. Thank you, though. You stay as long or as little as you want. That's just here to chill for a bit and chat with you guys. I said Spider-Man cartoon like Spectacular 90s one. I remember it vaguely, TLJ, but I only tuned in when I was about 8 years old, and I saw most of the morning episodes. I thought they were fine. The story was nothing to write home about, but certainly it just entertained me at 7. I didn't find it was... NASCAR, that's from Mandude Videos. What's my opinion on NASCAR? Well, I don't know. I don't really want to see people being hurt. I like something like Magician Work in Penn and Teller where, you know, the magic is that no one is hurt, you know. I think that's part of what makes magic beautiful, is that you can go in and you're fine. You know, people shooting guns at each other, Penn and Teller magicians, are okay doing that because, you know, it's perfectly safe. That's part of the beauty of magic work. Anyway, Cap, we heard you. Sorry, I might have missed the message. You should do a top 3 best and worst Star Wars movies list. I don't know, the Marvel movies one didn't go down that well. It didn't interest subscribers. It barely got to 100,000 views, which is wonderful, and I'm very privileged, but normally videos can, over longer periods of time, go to a few more people. So I just kind of sort of slunk away from Star Wars, so that was an idea for a while. And I would have an opinion on it. Oh, and what do you think of Battle Bikini Bottom Dehydrated? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I played through quite a lot of it. Also, I'll tell you about some of the lists I've got coming up, or what I'm planning. I just noticed Sponge Out of Water, I think that was the name of the new movie, has come out. So would you guys be interested in a just 3 worst to best SpongeBob movies where I talk about and review all 3 SpongeBob movies? If you would be interested in that, just say yes or do something else or something like that. And I would love to know your opinion on that because Oh, okay, cool, cool. Oh, wow, lots of yeses. Cool. Oh, great. Well, I would really like to do it. I've been really appreciating the Sponge lately. He's just sort of a chill thing in my life right now. Can I pronounce your name? Says Bevan. Bevan Borges. Bevan Borges. Hope I'm doing that name right. What did you start? Why did you start making YouTube videos? Partially resentment, Bobbin. I wanted to review Dragon Ball GT, but all I could find was kids screaming into their webcams about how terrible it was back 6, 7, 8 years ago now. YouTube was a very different place then. Yeah, so I was like, I can do a proper review and I talk about the good parts of it and what I liked about it, because it's like one of my favorite animes. I know that's bizarre, and that's kind of what I did. I just wanted to get attention and show you can have good stuff on there, and that's part of the founding philosophy of why I'm still here. Obviously you are one of the main reasons I'm still here. It's why I get up in the morning, is to see people enjoy my work. I mean, that's a big factor, and it's my job, which is just such a fucking privilege, excuse my language. But yeah, those are the main reasons. It's basically Dragon Ball Super, but an alternative timeline that everyone hated from 20 years ago, except me. Is sitting in the rain something you like to do often? Yeah, I really do find it relaxing. I just been walking up around the forest here, and I came to this bench here, and I was just like, oh, I should sit down, and I was enjoying the moment so much. I was like, I kind of want to share this moment with you guys a little bit, and so that's why I sat down and said, well, let's open up the YouTube video until I run out of, let's open up the camera until I run out of power. Have you heard of the commercial Rick and Morty for Pringles? No, I haven't seen a Rick and Morty Pringle video. Yeah, I agree, Gigi. I loved Dragon Ball GT as well, but we're quite alone on that. You're such an amazing guy, Mr. Oh, thank you, Unix. I remember you, Unix. I think you've been in a live stream before. You remind me of Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid. What's your opinion on Cobra Kai? Oh, I just watched that. One sec, let me just change my hands. Ah, my arm's getting sore. I just watched Cobra Kai, actually. I think it's interesting because I almost gave it a skip because I found the first episode quite a drag. I didn't find the main guy, the antagonist, that appealing to start off with. But once they brought in the original Karate Kid and had that kind of rivalry, and they kind of had each other to kind of go off, I found it so much more interesting. And I honestly got hooked on it. By season 2, I was like, wow. And I loved seeing his own dojo and how it reflects, and it's very cool. So a bit too much high school drama for me, I will say that, but I'm invested in the adults, and I guess that's the thing. You've got the story there for the adults with the Cobra Kai leader and the Miyagi Dojo, and you've got it there, the high school drama, and I was just more invested in the adult part. But anyway, I missed a ton of questions, sorry. Thoughts on pocket monsters? Well, Pokemon? I just made a video recently on it. Obviously, I think it's okay. I think it should have updated in the last 100 years. Like, I think, you know, the fact they've never changed the formula, never changed the amount of Pokemon you can have, never changed the amount of moves you can have, never changed that. I think that is really annoying, and I think the graphics weren't updated nearly enough for the Switch. They basically used old stuff from the 3DS, old sprites from the 3DS, and it was really lazy. There's only about 150 people working on the Pokemon game, so it's yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but they've record-breaking sales with it, so I guess they can keep doing it, and they'll keep doing it as long as we keep buying it. And to be fair, I still get more joy out of Pokemon games than I do, you know, not joy or frustration, so sorry about that, just got a message. Alright, one question, what have we got? What's your favourite South Park season? You know, Nick, that's a fair question, and I found myself over the last few years, even though I've dramatically got out in South Park over the years, and I just try and keep it to myself, seasons 2 to 3 I really like, because it kept a balance of a nice light story where we learn about one of the characters or something like that. Chef really helped as well. Or we have a light story along with the heavier story that is a bit more subtle and not just bashing you over the head with a stupid moral, and you need a freaking Wikipedia article to understand the moral sometimes. It's just a lot lighter and a lot more, it's aged much better, a lot of those episodes. So I'm more a South Park seasons 2 to 3 And that's honestly most of what I've kept out of storage is those episodes. I was like, these I tune into, these I watch while I'm cooking and that sort of thing, and I enjoy. So yeah, there you go. And you know, I know some people really enjoy South Park, and they've done a lot of good as well as a lot of bad, particularly as you can see around election time and the apathy. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. That's not why you're here. That's where sitting in the rain and trying to enjoy and just be calm for a bit. Have you got into any good books lately? I've been reading a lot of, I read New Scientists. I don't know if you have that in America, but basically talks about current scientific sort of discoveries and debates and that sort of thing. And there was one on gut health and not a bullcrap gut health one, but an actual studies and how much we know and that sort of thing. And no, I really like that stuff. So, and it's probably a bit boring though. What else do I read? I'm reading my old Royal Australian Navy First Aid Manual at the moment, and I know it's like the most boring thing I could possibly read, but it's actually really interesting. I've got a basic first aid or advanced first aid manual that I'm reading through just to refresh myself because I haven't done first aid course in like 6 years, and my RAN, and it's interesting seeing the extra details the RAN put in. RAN stands for Royal Australian Navy. Anyway, I love how relaxing your random streams are. Thanks for showing me the rain I just had. Yeah, it's just reached me, Nathan. Thank you. We've just reached it where I am. Anyway, Wolfenstein or Doom? I'd probably go Wolfenstein, but Doom was... Wolfenstein nowadays makes me sick, the old games, because of the way the camera moves. Not because, like, physically it's like, it's a bit like getting car sick, the way it's done, but... favorite Invader Zim episode is probably the Waffles one because it's so light and I rewatch it a lot. It's literally 3:20 a.m. where I'm at now, lol. I need to sleep but I can't, lol. Well, I hope you're resting okay, Talia. Sometimes when I can't sleep I just say, well, meditate or rest, you know, just deep breathe, and as long as you're lying down and trying to rest your head a bit, then you're doing some good for resting. Hey, Strider, phone holder for car, vent, use it, umbrella. I do use a phone holder for car, absolutely. You know, I'm not going to risk. The cops are, police are very adamant about not ever holding your phone, and I don't, and I think they should be. And my arm is getting sore again. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Okay, hey Phantom, I sense you. Oh, damn, I missed it. Hey Phantom, since you already did anime hate list, what about anime you like list? Yeah, maybe on Livestrider. There's a bunch of ideas on Livestrider that take a bit longer that I'm about to do, and apologies for that, by the way. I know it's taken me ages since I've uploaded stuff on Livestrider. I just really wanted to fit this in and talk with you guys for a bit because I have some content on here because it has been a while. I enjoy watching your video. Well, thank you, Armando. I appreciate that. I love making them, and I love the fact that you can enjoy them. Yeah, thank you. I'm right here. Well, hello to you, Ali. Hey, Strider, have you seen Beastars on Netflix? Beastars? No, I haven't tuned into that one. Sorry, Fox. Favorite movie of 2019? Thoughts on The Rise of Skywalker? Thoughts on Endgame? Last movie you saw in theaters? Well, I've talked a bit about Rise of Skywalker, and I thought, you know, it's very unstructured and fast, but because I like the three main actors, like, I'm fine with it. I enjoyed watching it purely because of the characters. They could have been, I don't know, playing patty cake, and I probably would have still enjoyed it. Well, maybe not patty cake, but, you know. Anyway. Hey Josh, maybe you could do best Canadian cartoons considering you're half Canadian? Yes, Bevan, I am, but yeah, I don't enjoy that many Canadian cartoons, or Australian cartoons for that matter. There are some good ones, like I think Bluey's quite good from what I've seen. Anyway, Strider, have you seen Blinky Bill, the movie on Netflix? Oh god, yes, I grew up with it. It's awful, and I don't know why everyone likes it. It's of the quality of Dot and the Kangaroo, which was another terrible cartoon from the 80s that Australia made, low budgets. Anyway, have you seen... Yes, I've seen Blinky Bill, the movie. Are you talking about a new one, or I'm talking about the 80s one? So, yeah, maybe there's a new one. In that case, I haven't seen it. Love your stream, Strider. Well, thank you, Fox. How are you, Josh? Are you excited for Halloween? Stop moving, chat. I'm going to a pumpkin patch tomorrow, and I'm so excited because it also has rock climbing and zip lining. Also got some shoes. Oh, good for you, Aaron. Sounds like a nice Halloween day. Yeah, I'm not really planning that many Halloween videos because there has been a sort of a lukewarm reception from subscribers to dark lists lately, and maybe I've just picked really bad topics or stuff, or I haven't phrased it right, or that sort of thing, but hasn't been much interest, so, and given the amount of efforts going into some of the big top 10 lists, or 5 worst and best, I just sort of had to replan and go with, I'm just going to go with a few more things that I know people already like. Yes, this is me being safe, yes. I cringe. How do you cope with your Asperger's? Just asking, considering I have Asperger's myself, says Bevan Borges. Hope I got it right that time. Well, hello from a fellow Aspie, Bevan. I can tell because I averted my gaze. Let's see, some good coping strategies. I talk about it a bit in anxiety tips, but I'd say give yourself a bit of nature like this. Make sure you are having some downtime every now and then. Keep yourself physically moving. I tended to take a walk once a day as of when I was 15, even if it's just a walk around the neighborhood at night. And that really helped my mental health a whole lot. Yeah, keep moving. Cognitive behavioral therapy is really helpful as well. Basically, taking away pest thoughts that say you're, let me summarize it quick, saying you're useless, for example, you can turn, that's a pest thought, you turn that into, am I actually useless, and you dissect it and talk about whether, look it up if you're interested, whether you actually are useless and that sort of thing, and look at the actual evidence and circumstances. Well, I've done this and this and this, and I try really hard every day, so I'm probably not. So yeah, there are a whole lot of good tips I would love to give, but I'll try to jump onto the next question. But it's a very good question, and you're certainly not alone there, man. You keep looking after. And let me switch hands because my hands are getting exhausted. There we go. Singing in the rain. Favorite Rick and Morty episode from season 1. I'm going to say into the safe bet and say Interdimensional Cable. Have you... Oh, I got to move my hands so I can... nice forest. Ah, it's upside down now. Any Halloween plans? Well, apart from, I'm going to maybe put some candy out for the kids, but it's all got to be wrapped now. But I don't know, I live in a kind of villa set which has a lot of retired people, so we don't tend to get that many, and trick-or-treating isn't as big in Australia. When I worked back at the servo, I used to put out a big bowl of candy whenever I was doing a shift during Halloween and just let the kids dig in. People kept asking if how much it cost, and I was like, no, I just bought these because I want people to have candy on Halloween. That's just being nice. Best content. Oh, I don't know if I thought amethyst, but thank you. Strider, did you ever watch The Sopranos? And it's a TV show. What is the best TV show of all time? Did you? Those are some tough questions, Joshua. Oh, you think Sopranos is the best TV show of all time? Well, fair enough. Josh, I haven't watched much of it. Hello, Zeus. Hey, Strider, I wanted to say you're the best YouTuber that actually cares about his fans and reads the comments and making amazing videos. You're most welcome. Thank you for tuning in, Zeus. Zeus, that's why I'm here. What do you think of the movie Happy Family? Oh, I'm sorry, Disney Girl, I haven't seen it. What was your favorite movie of all time? Oh, that's a tough one. You know, I'm going to say it's a mix between Edge of Tomorrow, definitely one of my favorites. I've rewatched that movie so many times. Back to the Future Part 2 was also a big favorite of mine. I love the future world. I even like the way he goes, you know, time travel movies, big surprise, are big favorites of mine. I can't get to the comment. There we go, to move it with my hands. Are we ever gonna see them all again? Well, maybe perhaps not during a pandemic, you know, and it's not as bad here. You may have noticed I'm not wearing a mask in my pictures, and that's purely because we don't have many cases here in Australia. It's not because I'm very pro-mask, in case that wasn't obvious. And it probably isn't because I'm not wearing one, but yes, I'm very pro-mask. And that's why I'm out in the forest, you know, it's nice and quiet out here. No, it was a Netflix and you reviewed it. Oh, okay. Would you consider yourself famous or even semi-famous with over 90,000 people subscribed and watching you? Well, thank you, Ender. Very semi-famous on here because, you know, it's like... that being said, you know, a crowd of 70 people in a comedy on a comedy night for a stand-up comedian is pretty good. So I'm very, very fortunate to have 490,000 subscribers on my main channel and 90,000 people who still haven't unsubscribed here, who still are interested in somewhat in my content, and hopefully I'll upload some content, maybe a top list. I wanted to do worst Barbie movies, which I have the script for, and put it onto Livestrider, because I'm like, well, subscribers might actually be interested in that, because a lot of people here originally signed up for top lists, and that's perfectly understandable. So yeah, I will try and get some actual content on Livestrider soon. I've just been had my head in the main channel a bit and just chilling and recovering in a bit because I'm not the best of mental health shape. Anyway, I'm prattling on. Oh, hey Caitlin. Night Josh, I need to sleep. Hope I don't have nightmares again. I had to last night. Might watch a couple of your videos and Game Grumps to help. Oh, it sounds good, Caitlin. Just have a nice chill night, maybe some deep breathing before you go to bed. And turn off that phone for a bit. What's your favorite video game? Oh, that's a tough one, Nick. I quite like the idle games, actually, nowadays. I play a lot of Bloons in my spare time. When I have a free day or free night, I'll sometimes, while I'm eating dinner, just play Bloons Tower Defense 5. And I know that's a really gimmicky mobile game, but I do kind of enjoy just the simplicity of a tower defense game. I quite enjoy the games where you can just sit down and just watch kind of the work be done for you while just instructing and that sort of thing. I don't know, it's how I roll, I guess. And occasionally I like how I can play with friends and stuff. That wall is pretty good. Yeah, well, you've been there, Nathan. Oh, we have a super chat. Will you ever do top 5 or top 10 South Park games? Yeah, maybe. You know, I really want to do worst and best Family Guy games. Because, yeah, I keep on looking at the Family Guy games, and I'm like, oh, that was so fun to do the Simpsons games. That's one of my favorite videos, the worst and best Simpsons games. I love Real Jim's. He's a great guy. It was fun working with him, and just the concept, I think, was really cool of doing it. It was novel and different, you know, and I love doing slightly different stuff and still having some people interest. Anyway, I'll stop prattling on. What was the question again? Oh, yeah, it was South Park games. There aren't that many. I looked them up a little bit while I was doing Darkest South Park to get some sound effects, actually. I really want that sound effect from Chef. Anyway. The pitter-patter of the raindrops are quite relaxing. I agree, Cad Pig. Might as well enjoy it together. Oh, hey, Renee. I didn't see Renee pop in. Good to see you. Have I made you a mod yet? You should be a mod on here too. Oh, one sec. Let me turn Greer into a mod. You are now a mod on here, Greer. Make into moderator. There we go. If I see Renee, I'll make her a mod too. Anyway. Yep. Oh, there you are. Hello, Renee. Good to see you. You are also a moderator now. Congratulations. We're all very proud of you. Do you know Kimono Friends? I haven't heard of it, sorry. Your thoughts on Littlest Pet Shop? I didn't watch much of it, Damon. I certainly have heard of it. And, oh damn, thank you. You're most welcome, you two. Thoughts on Avengers Endgame? I really enjoy the time travel aspect. It's funny because it's a movie that should drag because it's really long, but even the start of the movie, which is very much sort of goes at a sort of slow pace, as they're like, oh, we should get our crap together and go back in time and try and save everyone. Oh crap, we can go back in time, and then they go back in time, and everything, you know, kind of comes together somewhat with compromises. And yeah, but I just love it. It's a bit like the final Harry Potter movies. I'm so invested in the characters because I've watched them over years and years that I'm just enamored whenever I'm watching Captain America and all the characters, you know. So I totally loved the Avengers Endgame movie, absolutely. Hello to you too, Barentis Alcatraz. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to read that. What was that about Bob's Burgers? Which do you like better, Rick and Morty or Bob's Burgers? Bob's Burgers by a wide mile. Let's see, I used to watch every one of your videos. Oh, thank you. But I fell out of them. Seeing this is in my recommended made me want to go catch up again. I missed watching your vids. Well, thank you, Ender. My style's changed a fair bit since about 2 years ago. That was when I started to become a bit more quiet in my delivery and stuff, and basically just chilled the hell out a little bit. I mean, I've always been a bit chill, but like I changed my tone of voice a little bit and focused more on giving people a bit more of a relaxing discussing content, then getting really passionate because I've got to be so, passionate and this is so bad. I'm not an enter. I'm just not. And so my content did change around that time, but. No, I'm happy with the direction it's going now and the way things have been coming along, so very little to complain about. Funniest movie you've ever seen? Oh, that's too tough, Samuel. You tell me one, because I can't think of one off the top of my head. What do you think of, I don't know, I don't watch much of Channel Awesome, Bevan. Sorry, I haven't tuned in for Doug's stuff in a long time. But yeah, whatever they're doing, let's see. Oh, we have a super chat. Me and Armando donate. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Doom Mods. I really appreciate that. I'm just switching hands because most appreciated. Honestly, most of these super chats I just put towards charity like American Foundation of Suicide Prevention or something. I remember one mod. Generally, when I get quite a lot of super chats, say, just put it towards a charity. Particularly since it has taken me so long to do that charity. I just practiced yesterday actually running through the mountains again while holding the phone, and it certainly takes a bit of mental energy and physical energy, but I did it, while having a call with someone. I just held the phone and I was like, I can do it. So it's going to be a bit tricky to do over 2.5 hours, but it's for a good cause and it'll actually let you guys see the scenery a little bit. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to be tough, but it'll be fun, and it'll be something I want to do. And I don't think that many YouTubers have done it either. I can't often say that. Not many YouTubers have done holding a phone while running through up and down mountains in the forest for 2.5 hours to raise money for charity. That is probably a new one. Well, it's not a new one, but, I don't think it's been done that much. Anyway, when was the last time you watched Drawn Together, the movie? And are you mad at me for making you remember that movie, says Ender? Oh, I look back on it with surprisingly fond memories, honestly, and just because I like the people behind it, and I liked how little they took, how unseriously they took themselves. But yeah, it was a crap movie, that's for sure. Have you seen Has Been Hotel? No, Fox, I haven't, but I love what they're doing, and I love seeing a small team like that, a YouTube team, sort of come together and create their own animation and make something creative that with different characters that feels like it hasn't been done. Very much supporting what I've seen of it. I don't know the full story. Maybe try pulling on a selfie stick of some sort to assist in grip. Renee, that is a great idea. I'm going to write that down when I finish this, because I probably could hold a selfie script. Because that was the hard part last time, holding up the phone and keeping it away from my body, and still, not just you guys getting a horrible close-up of my face or my 5 o'clock shadow, while still running. Yeah, well, it takes a bit of practice, Cadfig. Thanks. Are you going to watch the grand final? What's that? I don't watch much sport myself. What are your thoughts on the Joker? I never saw the movie, sorry, Nick. Just wasn't anything that interested me. That being said, Batman Begins is one of my favorite movies of all time. And that Batman series, as far as I'm concerned, is my absolute favorite. So, yeah. Who is your favorite comedian? I've got a couple of them. David Holmes, was it? Holmes, I think it was. He's really good. But I can't remember his name exactly. Dimitri Martin's quite nice as well. I'm really not Kiwi. I'm really not. It's not my type of movie. Not in the slightest interested in the self-indulgent white guy just having a moan about how terrible society's been to him. Anyway, I'm not going to get all lefty on you. It's just not my type of movie. I'm sure I've heard the actors are great though, and all respect to those who like it. Just not mine. Is the New Horizons on the AC game? AC game? I don't know what you mean there. Sorry, Amethyst. Do you like Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings? Well, honestly, Bevan, I thought Hobbit was way too long. I watched the first Hobbit and, I saw the time, but it more serves as an interesting example to me of the difference it can make in realism when we just increase the frame rate. Suddenly, when we increase the frame rate, we can notice the makeup on the hobbits. We can notice the tiny details that sort of take us out of the immersion, instead of being at 30 frames per second like we're used to, like we're conditioned to in theaters. Let's see. Thank you very much for the donation. Oh, it's Teddy. Oh, you don't have to donate. Teddy, you're already a patron. Thank you very much, though. Hello, Strider, says Teddy. What's your favourite Bojack Horseman season? Mine is season 6. Ah, it's a tough one. I'm going to probably say season 6 as well. I really enjoyed probably the first half, particularly because I really enjoyed seeing Bojack's life come together and him actually have a good future. Like, everything could have gone down well there. Like, if the past hadn't bitten him so hard in the rear and not... He's gotten away with so much in the past, but this was the one time he couldn't get away with it. That being said, there were issues with it. I didn't like the way... There were details that were kind of changed, like it was assumed that already that he was found with the body and they just assumed it was issues. Anyway, there's a few plot holes that had to be filled in from the past, but it's still a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful final season. What do you hate most, Alice in Wonderland or Alice Through the Looking Glass? I watched both actually, and both were the most just average live-action movies. I do not get the appeal of that guy who makes those movies and is the Mad Hatter. Everyone apparently loves him, but I don't know, it's a bit like the Adam Sandler thing. I just don't get the appeal. But that being said, Adam Sandler at least is a lovely guy, and his work doesn't feel nearly as pretentious and much more self-aware. Life's right, isn't Lord of the Rings longer than The Hobbit? Well, yeah, but Lord of the Rings, you don't feel the time. It's based on a huge book series rather than one tiny storybook and not stretched out. So you feel, I absolutely enjoyed Lord of the Rings, but I didn't feel the time move quite as slow with Lord of the Rings. That was really had me invested the whole way. Thomas and Friends. Oh, what about it, Thomas and Friends? Percy, have you seen Heavy as Dead? Can't say I have, sorry, Hen. Do you like watching Bob Ross? Yeah, I do watch him on Netflix sometimes when I'm cooking. Thomas and Friends, you've said again, Percy. Well, I like Thomas and Friends too. I think that was one of my favorite videos to do, actually, Darkest Thomas. Such a silly concept, and I like that it hits, you know, enough subscribers for me to feel satisfied that, you know, the team's work is getting through, my writing and George's work is getting through. He said you and Joseph, I can't clearly plenty on his channel. Anyway, what do you think? I don't think he's on Netflix anymore. Oh, that's a shame. They took him down, did they? On Netflix, Bob Ross. Ratatouille or Wall-E? I'm going to go Ratatouille just because that tends to be the one I enjoyed a little bit more. What's your favorite thing to eat on a rainy day? I don't know, I tend to feel more antsy on a rainy day. I've got no energy today and I'm feeling really tired, but I had to kind of go out, and so I tend to eat less when I'm anxious because I start to get obsessive about weight and stuff and that sort of thing. I should be gay in that way. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's quite sexist of me, but I love gay people. Like, I'm a big part of the gay community, even though I'm straight. My best friend's gay and that sort of thing, but they are very much more health conscious about their food choices, which makes me much more relatable to them because I tend to eat very carefully as well. What part of Australia do you live in? Oh, thank you, Square Gaming. Hope you sleep well too. I'm down in Queensland, near Chermside, which is, Greer's quite near me. Anyway, Family Guy or The Simpsons? Oh, generally The Simpsons. I've been watching a lot of The Simpsons lately. I always tune in for a bit of real gems every now and then, a good friend of mine, and he always gets me watching an episode of The Simpsons again, so I'm watching some of the later seasons at the moment. Normally I'm asked to pick a random season of The Simpsons and a random episode, so I'll pick one now. Season 15, episode 9. Season 13, episode 2. Anyway, I will finish up soon. I've just got to move my hands. Let's enjoy outside the rain for a sec. Oh, that nice sunny day. Big dead tree behind me. Have you played Doom 3? Honestly, not much, Doom. It sounds like you're quite the fan, though. I love the rain. Oh, I wanted to hear that question. What was that? I love the rain. It gets a bad rap because of wind. Windless rain is the perfect weather. Yeah. Well, it's good for me because there isn't much wind right now, so you guys aren't just hearing for the whole thing. You can actually hear what I'm saying a bit better. You hear it's quietening down a bit? Have you ever seen the Disney cartoon Recess? I sure have, and the weird thing about Recess is I remember almost every episode I watched. For some reason, it just left a real impact on me, even though I only watched it like when I was 7 or something, and like once. Do you have a selfie stick or a tripod? I have a tripod. Maybe that'll work, Cadpig, if I just held a tripod. Maybe that would work. You know, I do have a tripod for my phone. Maybe I'll try that. Why do I disgust you, 1KZ? I'm sorry if I do. Trying my best. Maybe not the best server. Maybe not the best channel if I disgust you. Diamond Tank Engine Productions. Have you ever heard of Henry Stickmin? I don't know what that is, sorry. What's your least favourite SpongeBob season? You know, I've been going over a lot more of them in the last week or so for the Squidward episode. And I would say Season 6, I would probably say, is the one that has the most average episodes. It's just around that period where the writing wasn't quite as good. There are some exceptions, but I generally didn't have that many, pretty much no Season 6 episodes. I'm like, hey, that's really good. Let's see. Oh, hello, Renee. Simpsons, Season 15, Episode 9. I Annoy Grunt, Bot, and Season 13, Episode 2, The Parent Rap. Thanks, Renee. That's those episodes and what they are. What celebrity death hit you the hardest? Mine was Steve Irwin. Robin Williams, I would say... Oh, no. There's one that's hit me just as hard, I should say. And that's, that guy from Mythbusters dying. Grant Imahara... Carrie Byron... Yeah, Grant Imahara. That really hit me. I don't know, maybe I saw a bit of Ming in him, because it just, yeah, really struck me. And it was very sudden as well, so very sad about that. Very sad. Way too young. Anyway, very sad. Have you ever played Detroit Become Human? No, I can't say I have. Sorry, Ender, not that one. Oh yeah, what got me to since I grew up with this? Yeah, I grew up with it too, Renee. That's the thing, is that love that show. When are we going to get Frozen Cookie House Part 2? Also, have you seen The Boys? I haven't seen The Boys, sorry, but I keep on wanting to do some cooking. Mostly my mum requests that I do more cooking, honestly. Like, really local people to me tend to request I do more cooking, but I want to do curried kangaroo sausage with you guys. I know I did the cupcakes, but I'll just destroy the cupcake. I suppose they would bring out cupcakes houses again soon, wouldn't they? I guess I should put one together during Christmas, Frozen or something like that. A question about Jambu. I don't know what that is, sorry, Devin. I don't know who that is. Do you think The Simpsons look better in cell or digital animation? I've been watching a bit more of it, as I mentioned, at night now, and I've been comparing the animation of early seasons to late seasons. I don't know. I'm going to say the content is more important to me. I'd say I prefer it in the digital animation. I think it looks just a bit smoother on the big screen. Please do more cooking videos. I always love them and I don't know why. Okay. Well, if you want them, Nathan, I guess I should do some more. Agreed. Cooking vids are fun. All right, Renee. Thank you. Do you like Adam Sandler's performance in Uncut Gems? I haven't seen that, but I like Adam Sandler as a person and think he has done some really good performances. Just not always my type of humor. How long do you think Family Guy will last as a show? It's still doubling the ratings of South Park, so I think it'll last as long as they're willing to keep a bit like Simpsons, as long as it's still making a profit. It's very successful, you know, and when they do things like they do publicity stunts, you know, like they had Taylor Swift in an episode, and it wasn't really much of an episode when they had Taylor Swift. She dates Chris for some reason. I know, it's really weird, but they took it very earnestly, and it was a very average episode, but I guess it's one of those kind of publicity stunts. I feel like they actually had something to say in Trump Guy, and they were speaking a bit more earnestly, but Taylor Swift, having her in it was very much more a publicity stunt rather than having something to say. Anyway, the older seasons and episodes of Simpsons are the best. Yeah, and I always try to disprove that by finding better episodes in the latest seasons, but some of those early episodes, just Josh Weinstein and all of them, some of them didn't age great, but a lot of them just aged so well. No, I find myself, a lot of the issues are more global and timeless, and they aren't just products of the times. Some of them are. Yeah, no, I definitely agree that I'm generally more of a fan of the early seasons, with some exceptions. Favorite Harry Potter movies I can answer, Diamond. Probably the last one I thought was really good. The last two are just really golden. Probably the last four. The last four they changed directors and they got really strong. final Harry Potter movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. I can watch that and have tears in my eyes at times just seeing some of those last bits. It's just really, really good movie in my opinion. But I grew up with the actors, you know. Harry's about my age, so it was very, very good seeing those characters grow up. Anyway, which Pokemon video was the Discord link on? Oh, so for the Discord link, I'll put it in the description of this or something, but if you go back to that video I did on Pokemon, on LifeStrider, I've put in the description the Discord link. I'll also add it to the main channel links, you know, you have in the corner there later on. Anyway, my arm is getting very sore, my friends, but thank you so much for the company and for joining me in the rain. And the rain is just starting to settle down now. Well, it's been a pleasure, guys. You have a good night if you're in America, and a good day or a good afternoon if you're in Australia, and wherever you are. Hope you have a nice evening, and I'll talk to you soon. And be out with a new video soon. Take care, guys. Now I find that button. Where is it?